Good morning, Sandy. Hey, Sandy, do you guys have snow there in Tennessee? Do you have snow there? It's snowing again here this morning. It's been one long cold winter. Started snowing in October and still hasn't stopped. Good morning, Joey. Good morning, Divine One. Jesse. Sammy P. Yeah, it has been, huh, Sandy? Good morning, Pace. Anthony Big Guns Hunt, good morning. You know I'm teasing you, Anthony. Zozo, I haven't seen True Heart in a minute. Good morning, True. Nerdy, nice show last night. You guys did great. Handsome kids. Canito, it sure is neato when we see Canito. Good morning, Corey. Corey the Floridian. Buenos dias, mis amigo. Trenty. Boy, does Trent know stuff. Trent knows stuff. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. Been healing and missing us all. True Heart. It's very, very nice to see you here this morning. Thanks for popping in. Very cool to see you this morning. We're going to have 22 people, 10 likes. Are you guys forgetting to push the like button? Or does it just take a while for it to marinate? Maybe the likes are marinating. True Heart, you will be very welcome back. You always have something great to say. Ah, there's a few more likes. A few of you remembered. And don't forget the other option when you go to your chats. Go to your chat option and make sure that you're on live. Which one is it? I always forget all the time. Go to live chat. Usually when you first turn on, you'll default to top chat in your chat options, which means some messages may not be seen. But if you go to the live chat, you'll see everybody's messages. So I just kind of do that as an automatic nowadays. Basically, push two buttons when you join them in the morning. Push the like button and the live chat button. The like button, for those of you that don't remember, it really isn't for me and it isn't about my ego at all. It's about YouTube's algorithm. On these live stream videos like we do here, YouTube likes it when there's a large volume of likes in ratio to the viewers. And what they do is when they see a large volume, the algorithm sees a large volume of likes in ratio to the volume of viewers. Like right now it's 25 to 21. It's pretty good, that's a pretty darn awesome ratio. And what they do as a result is they automatically start sending this live stream out to random feeds. And some of you should know that because that's how you found us. You all of a sudden something came across your screen and it looked interesting and you dived in and you liked it and you're here. So what you're doing when you push a like button is you're opening up the window for more people to check us out. Okay, and when I say us, I'm talking about the whole crew. The whole crew. And I think that the more, in a situation where we're trying to teach goodness and kindness and share with each other, the more the merrier. The more the merrier. 25, 24, you guys are killing the like game. See, Anthony Hunt knows. So if that is how you found it, then of course you're one of the ones that's going to do an automatic push the button. What's this sound in the PC? It's a live chat or talk chat. But in the YouTube app, upper right hand, 3 dots. Okay, she's telling you how to find the chat option. On my laptop here, no, excuse me, it's a iPad. It's actually in the lower left hand corner. It looks like a little square. And I push that little square, and that has the chat options. Okay. So find your chat options and hit the live chat option. There's terps and the other day we had a beers and other attachments, and today we have a terps and others. Are you the same person? Different name? Samsung and Apple are different. Okay. Profab race cars. That's cool. That's cool. Stick around long enough, you'll hear Pops talking about his old racing career. I used to do stock car. First, I started out in go-karts. Then moved to shifter carts. Then moved to stock cars. And then to, okay, Mr. Marmars, okay. And then I moved to modifieds, which was just one step below getting into, I was a member of NASCAR. You had to have a NASCAR driver's license. I see what you're saying, Joe. That's not gonna hit very many people then. Basically, I can send it to Oregon and Colorado. Dragsters. Is that right, Mr. Monars? At first, I never understood dragsters. It's like anybody could drive a dragster. Not so much. Not so much anymore. Drag racing, amazing mechanics. Amazing mechanics. HP. Oh, you're out of control, Jesus Christ. I'm reading it for a second going, really? HB was a dragster? And then I read closer. Oh, you're a crazy kid. Those Australians are funny, you guys. Trueheart did a demo. Good morning, you guys. Gotta say hi to Trueheart. Trueheart had been a regular for years here and then had some personal situation and really has been fighting through it. Should be very proud of her. Glad to see her here. Don't we all sometimes, Trueheart? I have less issues today. Right, Sandy? She's a strong one. I have had less issues today than I've ever had in my life, though. Every once in a while they'll pop up, and guess what I do? I just work through it. I don't stress out. 29 people, 34 likes. Man, you guys are good. That means the lurkers are liking. How do you like that? How do you like the way I put that? Lurkers are liking. That's a good one, Pops. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Very nice to see everybody. Right, Joey? The fam is killing it. Right, Sam? Nippy's a liking lurker. Nip. You're the cutest thing. You're the cutest thing. You're so helpful. People don't know how much Nippy does behind the scenes for everybody. It's because she stays behind the scenes. So good girl. Trueheart, you're allowed to cook. Oh, don't let that one stick with you. I could have been kinder at the time. I could have been kinder. Good morning, Pidgey Page. Good morning. That's very kind of you to thank Nippy Anthony. That's very kind of you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, True Heart. I agree with you. None from here either. You're a lovely, 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 extremely intelligent lady. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We have two OGs here this morning. Sandy's here this morning. He found the time to be able to be here, and True Heart's here. It's always, always, always nice. Great stuff. Today I have to be gone by around 10 o'clock. I can't stretch it till 10:20 like I'm using Eastern Standard Time when I talk. Okay? Eastern Standard Time. I have a group meeting at with one of the classes that I'm in at 10:15 today. So if I'm out of here by about 10 o'clock, that'll give me 15 minutes to take a quick break and then get ready for my group meeting at about 10:15. Okay? So we will... I know, Kim, isn't it good to see True Heart here? Isn't it? It's good to see old friends. It's good to see old friends and know that they're out there and they're doing better. Seemingly. Let's get started, Poppy. Okay, let's do it. Check this out. Pets with jobs. First of all, in Alaska, which type of animal would be considered smarter? A cat or a dog? Say you're in Alaska. Which would be smarter, a cat or a dog? Which do you think? Pets with jobs, nerdy. I'm going to do some pets with dogs. No, pets with jobs. We're going dog, 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 cat, 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 dog, 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 cat, cat, dog. Depends. According to this guy, cats are smarter than dogs. You can't get 8 cats to pull a sled through the snow. What the hell are those dogs thinking? The cats are like, hell no. No, I ain't pulling it. Silly. Nerdy cat. They're looking at the dogs going. You just see a cat in the window just shaking its head. Okay. That's funny, actually. Cats may be smarter, but they're jerks. Kim says the cat's on the sled, saying mush. Okay. Let's do some pet jobs for this morning before we read our verse. Okay? In 1879, the city of Liège, Belgium, experimented with using... Oh, wait a minute, this is crazy. Has anybody before I say this, has anybody seen a drone delivery yet? You know how we're supposed to see drone deliveries? Has anybody seen it yet? I haven't. I mean, I see it on demos or something, but in real life. In real life. Has anybody ever seen a drone delivery? They do have them going in China? Really? I'm waiting for my first drone delivery. But how about this one? I know, nerdy, it's both cool and creepy. Can you imagine? In 1879, the city of Liège, Belgium, experimented with using 37 cats as postal workers. cats as postal workers. As you might have guessed, it ended in a total catastrophe. It's a true story, but the punchline's better than the story. It ended in a total catastrophe. What was the cat's job as a postal worker? Catching mice? What were they supposed to do? Wrap a package around a cat's head or neck and say, go deliver? What? What? I don't get it. We need to look into that experiment more. In some parts of the world, oh, Jesus Christ, that's the answer. They're supposed to be licking the stamps. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Justin, we might be talking about those jobs. In some parts of the world, geese are trained to guard flocks of sheep. That's a true story. That's a true story. Geese are mean. When you get a goose, I had a friend that had a small farm. His goose was the alarm for the farm. It was like a watchdog, but it was a watch goose. This goose would run down the lane and attack people that came into the yard. Right, Trueheart? They're a great alarm system. So now we have them trained to guard flocks of sheep. Donkeys are good at alerting. Donkeys are good at a lot of things. Donkeys are good at a lot of things. A ferret named Felicia, great name for a ferret, by the way. A ferret named Felicia was given the task of helping clean accelerator parts at the Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory during the 1970s. The ferret would go down into the hard areas to reach and clean out the hard areas to reach in the accelerometer. Crazy. We're not done with ferrets. Ferrets are also an electrician's best friend. This one I've never heard of before. Ever. Some enterprising electricians keep trained ferrets on staff to run wiring through complex pipe networks. What? So the electric company, the electrical contractor, has cages in the back that he keeps his ferrets in. And depending on the job, don't forget to take the coils of wire with you and take Felicia's brother, the ferret, Frank. Don't forget to bring Frank the ferret with you. Crazy. How do you go from training attack owls to healing soldiers? Okay? How do you do that? Well, you be Florence Nightingale. Before she treated soldiers on the battlefield, Florence Nightingale nursed injured animals back to health. One of these creatures was a pet owl that she trained to peck at her sister whenever she was being annoying. So there is kind of a dark side to Florence Nightingale. She's not all good. Who trains an owl to attack their sister? Florence. Okay. What's this with Kim? Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that one too. Poor little babies. Mail by mule. We are just talking about donkeys. Since the 1930s, mules have been used by the United States Postal Service to deliver mail to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Who is at the bottom of the Grand Canyon waiting for their mail to be delivered? I mean, I get the concept. Of course, I'm going to give it to a mule to take down there. But who am I delivering it to? Whose post office box is bottom of Grand Canyon? Corey's saying, forget about it, just toss it over the edge. Okay? The descent takes about 3 hours. For the return journey, the wranglers untether the mules and let them find their own way back up. Okay, Chotis, you heard that one before? Sandman, they used llamas to carry weekly supplies to a resort on Mount LeConte. Interesting. Pigeons. Pigeons, I like pigeons. When we were real young, my dad had pigeon cages in the backyard. My dad raised homing pigeons. And he was the guy that would go drive his pigeon 30 miles away and then release it, drive home, and the pigeon would usually be home before he was. And then he got in a little bit of a club, and homing pigeons are the coolest thing. Just mind-boggling what nature created with the homing pigeon. And so I grew up around birds quite a lot. Mike Tyson is a pigeon whisperer. It was so cool. And my dad just absolutely loved his birds. Loved his birds. In a strange but true study, pigeons were trained to peck differently depending on whether a mammogram showed cancerous tissue. Surprisingly, the pigeons were 85% accurate. I'm speechless. Depending on whether a mammogram showed cancerous tissue. Why would you, so now you have a mammogram. So the doctor calls a pigeon in? He can't read it himself? I'm so confused. These pet jobs confused me. Why would you call a pigeon in and only get 85% I mean, it's cool that they're accurate. And even, who was the first one? Hey, Pidge, come here. That's crazy. I wonder if they get covered, if they, I know why. Because the pigeons aren't going to try to rip off the insurance companies. That's it. The government of the Czech Republic planned to build a dam to protect a wetland marsh. However, when they went to build the dam, they found out that the beavers had already made one. What? Who didn't do the land survey before? No money, just let the beavers do it. The beavers built the dam. Yeah, Kim. Who's ever heard of Rosie? Rosie the hero dog. I think I've heard of this one. I think I've heard this one before. Before the North Tower collapsed on September 11th, 2001, a seeing eye dog named Rosie led her blind owner and a group of others down 78 flights of stairs to safety. Rosie, Rosie can have any snack she wants for the rest of her life. Rosie can have any snack she wants. Especially from the group. Oh, bless Rosie. What a good girl. Seeing eye dogs are bitching. Water quality monitoring oysters. Okay, I know, Aaron. Rosie gets a steak a day for the rest of her life. Okay? That's pretty cool. You guys have some really interesting facts out there. Read each other's comments if I'm not mentioning them. Water quality monitoring oysters. In some water plants around the world, oysters are helping make sure our drinking water is safe. Sentinel oysters stay open in clean water. Excuse me. But they will close when they come into contact with contaminants, making them some of the most effective monitors of water quality. So we look down at the oysters through the water, and if they're open, everything's good. And if the oyster's closed up, you go, uh-oh, we got contaminants in the water. Interesting. Roughly, did you know Disneyland employs kitty cats? Did you know, good morning, Mello. Did you know that Disneyland employs cats? Of course, it makes 100% sense. Roughly 200 cats roam Disneyland to keep rodent populations in check. Right, nerdy? All the cats are neutered or spayed, and they receive medical care and food from a park staff. They even have a web page written from the cats. Excuse me. From the cat's perspective. I got a problem with this one. Why are you feeding the cat? Medical care, yeah. But food from the staff? Why? Why? Because there aren't enough mice to go around, or what? I don't get it. If you're feeding the cat, I'm a cat. I'm waiting for food, man. So come on, give me my medical care, give me my food, and I'm going to go check out my webpage. I'm not about to go chase a rat. I don't have time for it. I got a doctor's appointment. Interesting. Those are some pet jobs. Okay? Nerdy, you have a wonderful profundo day yourself. That's true, Cyber. Cyber, you're right. The cats just like to kill the mouse. They don't necessarily want to eat it. That's a good point. Good call. Good call. Good call! Interesting. We'll read some more of those fun stuff tomorrow. We have a slightly shorter day today. Just slightly. I got to be gone by about 10 o'clock because I have an appointment at 10:15 for a group chat, a group meeting with one of the classes that I'm involved in, an online class that I'm taking. So I'll need about a 15-minute break, and then I'll be able to go to class. But in the meantime, let's talk about a really important topic. The dictionary defines, what word does this, I'm going to read a definition. I'm going to read a definition, and you guys are going to tell me what the word is that is being defined. It's a facilitator class, Trueheart. Becoming a facilitator for psychedelic assisted therapy. The quality of having a modest view of one's value or importance. What's the word that I just defined? The quality of having a modest view of one's value or importance. Nifty, I'm excited too. It's beautiful to learn and grow, even at 68. Cyber Jolie nailed it. Humility. Good job, girl. Humility is the quality of having a modest view of one's value or importance. It has a lot to do with the second agreement. Don't take anything personal. We're not that big of a deal. Let's do a couple of. We're going to read a couple of these, and then we're going to head over to the verse in the Tao Te Ching that kind of covers humility. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. You ready for that one? I can say that one again if you want. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. That's beautiful. Stop thinking about yourself. Humility is the surest sign of strength. Good one. Who wants a couple more humility quotes? Give me 5 people say, Pops, read a couple more humility quotes before you go to the verse. A couple more. Cyber says yes. Humility is very misunderstood. It's very misunderstood. There is, okay, you guys are interested. It's an interesting topic. That's what I like to see. There is beauty and humility in imperfection. A humble person is more likely to be self-confident. A person with real humility knows how much they are loved. Humility isn't denying your strength. It's being honest about your weaknesses. Humility is the ability to give up your pride and still retain your dignity. Pride is concerned with who is right. Humility is concerned with what is right. Who is right versus what is right. This stuff is good, you guys. Uncertainty is a sign of humility. And humility is just the ability or the willingness to learn. Based off of that, we have a lot of humble people here. We have a lot of people with both the ability and the willingness to learn. How about this one? Oh, this is good. Humility will open more doors than arrogance ever will. Goosebumps. Oh, Pops has spent a life of arrogance, crashing through doors that remained locked. Try humility. Hi, Lynette. One more, and let's go to our verse. Mastery begins with humility. Wow. Mastery begins with humility. I don't know yet, but I want to know. It was good. And humility is to make a right estimate of oneself. The first test of a truly great person is their humility. I strive to be more humble today. I strive. The world doesn't teach us humility. It's not what the world teaches us. The world teaches us pride and arrogance. And look at me. Vote for me. Make me number one. Put me at the top. And that's the way I lived. 39th verse of the Tao Te Ching. It's a little bit long, the verse itself, but hang in here with me. Okay? It's a great topic for us, you guys. As ambassadors of plant medicine, it's incredibly important that we approach the subject with humility, and the people that we want to share with and teach to do it with humility. We will draw more people towards us and towards our projects and towards the end goal with humility than anything else, than the know-it-all guy. Be humble. 39th verse of the Tao Te Ching. These things from ancient times arise from one. The sky is whole and clear. The earth is whole and firm. The spirit is whole and full. The 10,000 things are whole, and the country is upright. All these are in the virtue of wholeness. When man interferes with the Tao, the sky becomes filthy. The earth becomes depleted. The equilibrium crumbles, and creatures become extinct. Therefore, nobility is rooted in humility. Loftiness is based in lowness. That is why noble people refer to themselves as alone, lacking, and unworthy. The pieces of a chariot are useless unless they work together in accordance with the whole. A man's life brings nothing unless he lives in accordance with the whole universe. Playing one's part in accordance with the universe is true humility. Truly, too much honor means no honor. It is not wise to shine like jade and resound like stone chimes. I don't normally quote the Bible, but the Bible tells us the first will be last, and the last will be first. And it's so hard to understand, and yet it's the easiest thing in the world to understand. The first will be last. Those guys that think that they're in charge, all of the big shot nicks, they think they're first. The poor widow that put the 3 pennies in the collection jar at the back of the organization. True humility. She is going to be first. We traditionally think of wholeness as something complete. The whole 9 yards, for instance, implies the entire distance. I ate the whole thing signifies having consumed something completely. Lao Tzu, however, seems to view the concept differently. Wholeness, he writes, is the root of humility. When humility evokes our wholeness, we live the reality that we're just pieces of the whole. With this attitude, you want to exist harmoniously with the entire universe, cooperating with and being subjugated to all aspects of the whole. You can't even consider interfering with any of the other pieces because you're part of it. The moment you begin to place yourself in a transcendent position in relation to others, you're interfering with the Tao. I encourage you to examine your concept of wholeness based on this 39th verse. I can assure you that the world will appear to have changed as if you are looking through a completely different lens. Lao Tzu insists that the universe is whole. That is, it's in a state of oneness. There are no parts needing separation from this state. Sky, earth, spirit, and the 10,000 things are all parts of the whole. And what's more, that's their virtue. Now, while the sky and trees may truly be in a unified state, your ego insists that you're separate. You're distinct. And you're greatly superior. But if you can modify your ego, your life will change. When you're cooperative and looking for signs of oneness, you'll begin to see and feel the interconnectedness of everything. For example, your body is a convenient analogy for a universe all unto itself. While it is one entity, it certainly has trillions of individual, often interconnected cells. Just one cell with an arrogant relationship to the whole makes all the cells suffer and ultimately become extinct. Much like the individual who interferes with the Tao by polluting the sky, depleting the earth, and disrupting the equilibrium of the whole. A cancer cell that refuses to cooperate with the cells adjacent to it will ultimately gobble them up. And if unchecked, it will ruin the whole. It will destroy itself as it kills the host upon which it depends for its own survival. And you'll destroy yourself if you participate in destroying the Tao upon which you are dependent for your whole survival. Each seemingly individual part of a whole is potentially dangerous if it doesn't function in harmony. What's true for the chariot in this verse of the Tao Te Ching is true for you as well. Your life needs to have a relationship with the Tao. And that relationship is characterized as a bond forged through humility. In other words, wholeness and humility are one and the same. So update the way you think about your relationship to life and play your part in accordance with the wholeness. Here's what Lao Tzu seems to be saying from 2,500 years ago. Cultivate your relationship with the planet. Cultivate your relationship with the planet. Live in the spirit of wholeness, knowing that you have a role, just a very small role, and part of being the one. Remind yourself that you cannot interfere with the Tao and live a life of greatness. We need to redefine the word great. Great isn't the guy that has the most. The world's taught us that since the day you were born. You've thought that, you've been told that, you've been programmed that. Great has nothing to do with how much you have. Great has to do with what your relationship is with the whole. What is your relationship with the whole? Think about that during the day today. If you want to be great, play your role. Play it like the Fourth Agreement says. Play it your best. This means respecting the environment in every way by living in an earth-friendly manner as part of the oneness. Becoming an advocate for conservation. Make time to pick up and recycle the trash. Drive an environmentally friendly automobile. Or better yet, walk. Walk in peace to as many places as possible. If you can walk instead of driving, that would be more in oneness with the universe. You don't have to get in your Porsche or your Bentley to drive to the end of the street. Take a walk. Wholeness means maintaining a sense of balance with the all-providing, gentle, and non-pushy Tao. In humility, you're able to feel your own tiny role in the great drama orchestrated by your source. You'll see Lao Tzu means a man's life brings nothing unless he lives in accordance with the whole universe. That's good, true heart. Change the way you think of yourself being separate to seeing yourself in all that you encounter. Change the way you think of yourself from being separate to seeing yourself in all that you encounter. As you live in wholeness, notice how you begin to feel a connection to all of life rather than the separateness that your ego prefers. See yourself in everyone you encounter. Everyone you encounter. Look in their eyes. See yourself. Don't see what the world taught you to see in that person. Oh, he's fat. Oh, he's skinny. Oh, he's ugly. Oh, he's handsome. None of those things matter in the Tao. What matters is, are you connected? See yourself in every creature on the planet. See yourself in the forest, in the ocean, in the sky. And the more you do this, the more you practice this, what do we teach here? The more you practice something, the better you get at it. The more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. The more you do, the more you'll want to stay in a state of cooperation rather than a state of competition. True Heart, we're reading from the Tao Te Ching, which is the 39th verse that we're on today. You'll also feel more inclined to reject the concept of that there is a them. The world's filled with thems. We all have a them in us. I admit it. I'm working against all the prejudices that the world brought to me. Why am I prejudiced against a Muslim? Why do I think that only they are the terrorists? I don't, but I'm just giving an example. Why do we pick a certain group and we just can't do it? Oh, I just can't do it. In my case, MAGA. Why? Why is that they? Why are they a them? Because of my ego. Because I'm choosing a separateness rather than a wholeness. And as long as I stay in that choice, there will be a separateness. And it will grow. And it will fester. And it will become poisonous to me. And certainly to the planet. That's when we start shooting each other. That's when we start throwing bombs at each other. That's when we start building fences we cannot climb. They're too big. Because we found a them. Eliminate thems. Humility doesn't see them. Give me 5 people that makes sense. Do you have a them you should be eliminating? Tell the truth. Look inside. I don't know anybody that doesn't have a them that they could be working on. And the more you practice it, the less thems you will have. Is this ringing a bell for anybody? Let's get rid of our thems. Thems and theys. Thank you for raising your hand, Kim. Thank you. And Sammy P will probably work on it the rest of our lives. Because we're being balanced against the whole of our life coming into now. But as long as you're working on it, you're practicing humility. You're practicing it. I would much rather practice humility than practice separateness in them. We have too much of them in the world today, you guys. And you know that. You don't need to hear it from Pops. You already know it. And yet we do it. And yet we still point. And we still blame. And we still separate. Sam say it well. Dividing people from everyone else. That's how we were taught. It's normalized. Practice this way of being. And notice that the type of happiness that may have eluded you for a lifetime is about to change. You're about to enjoy things. Here's how Rumi expressed this sentiment. If you put your heart against the earth with me, in serving every creature, our beloved will enter you from our sacred realm, and we will be so happy. So an assignment for today. Let's try this one. Calico, you're right. We're taught divisive behaviors. Babies in a crib are not divided from the other baby. Babies in a crib aren't divided from anything. They want everybody. Everything counts. It doesn't matter what you look like or who, as long as you goo them, they're smiling right back. Babies don't have a them yet. Not until the world pollutes them. Here's an assignment. Go for a walk today. Go for a walk today. And think in wholeness terms with all that you encounter during that 30-minute period. See yourself in those you might otherwise have judged, including the very old, the very young, the obese, the disabled, the indigent. As you look at them, remind yourself, I share the same originating spirit with every one of these people. This will help you feel a shift from your ego to the virtue of the Tao. I share the same originating spirit with every one of these people. I look at our politicians today, and I call them in my mind. It's bad practice, Pops. They share the same originating spirit as I do. They're no better, they're no worse. They're just not aware. They haven't learned. But they came from the same spirit I did. I need to not gossip about them. I need to not share memes and rude comments about them because I don't agree. They're part of the oneness too. If we all practice it, eventually things will come turn around. My job is to play my role. My role includes considering them from the same sources I'm from. My role is not to choose sides, to be divisive, to gear up other things, to send, did you see this funny meme viral video about so-and-so making fun of each other? And we do it naturally. We're like, oh wow, that's funny, I gotta share it with my friend. We're creating thems. This virtual world that we live in now creates thems every single day. And we keep it going. We feed the them machine by being divisive. The only things we should be sharing are things that point us all towards wholeness, towards oneness, and towards being good stewards of our environment, of the planet. We only have one planet. There aren't a bunch of them planets. There's only one. There aren't a bunch of them suns. There's only one. Greenie, you can't feed the themism. So the things that you do when you're ready to, watch yourself. You're going to read something I totally agree with this political concept, you're making fun of some politician or something. Oh, that's funny, I'm going to send it to my friend. At the surface, you don't know that you're doing anything wrong. No matter what, you're feeding a them. Stop doing it. That's my new mission this year. I'm not sending my friends mean memes and anything that's separating, anything that's divisive, anything that's talking mean about someone else. I have the ability to just not press send. And every time I don't, I'm practicing humility. Truly too much honor. Truly too much honor means no honor. It's not wise to shine like jade and resound like stone chimes. Kimberly, don't feed the mean vibes. And I'm guilty of that. Less today because I'm now aware. And these lessons that I'm learning with you are teaching me. My life is so much more complete when I don't have thems and everybody's on the team. I've run out of time for today. I've got to get going. I hope this lesson was a good one for you guys. It is for me. Practice. None of this stuff comes easy because we're fighting a program that we've been fed for years, since birth. But rebirth yourself in these new ideas. Rebirth yourself. And be humble. 4 things before I go. Be impeccable with your word and your actions. Be humble. And don't take anything personal. If something's coming at you, it's from consider the source. And remember that they're not a them. They're part of the wholeness too. Thirdly, have no expectations or assumptions. Just play your role. Step 4, by doing your best. Let me scroll you guys out of here and I can get going. It's been a beautiful morning. I love you guys so much. And I'm so appreciative that you guys are here. True Heart's been fun to see. Great comments from her this morning. Always welcome people back. Always appreciate people. We all need it. We should, because we're all part of the wholeness. We're all part of oneness. There is no thems. There is no separation here. Herbie, have a great day. Greenie, I love it. Don't feed the themisms. Dylan Keenan, good morning, Dylan. Welcome. Joey D's, Trueness. Sammy P, Herbs, True Heart, Cleany, Corey D. Let me just scroll through here quick. I gotta go. Jesus Christ in Australia. Marky Z, True Heart. Herbie Von Werby Kabal. Kim, don't feed the mean vibes. Mike Barabal. Narwhal up. Narwhal in it. Up. That's right. That's historically true. Joe D's. Victor. How you doing, Victor? Sam. Jesus Christ. Mr. Marmars. I gotta get going. Cleaning. Sanum. Corey. Herbie. Mr. Marmar. Zozo. Kim. Thank you for being here. Narwhal. Truey. Ray Cook. There he is. Cooking it up. Mr. Marmar. Sarah Bears. Big hugs. Greenie. Cyber Jolie. Sammy P. Calico Meow Kitty. I'm scrolling. Aaron. Who else? I'm scrolling. Who else out of Mexico? Go, Pops. Go. Canito the Canito. Mr. Phillips. Kimmy. Laura, have a divine day. Sanum, there's the smartest girl in the room. Derek Anderson. Good morning, Derek. It's so good to see you. Viva, that's Pidgey Page. And all the way down to Corey D. Pops, peace, love. I can't wait for my meeting at 10:15. We're learning so much, and we want to learn so we can give so much back. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of hurting people. Let's help them, serve them, lead them from behind, not from the front. You lead through service leadership, servant leadership. Pops, peace, love, no thems, humility, oneness. Thank you. I'll see you guys here tomorrow, bright and early, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a lot to learn. Pops out.